Welcome back to the Brent Bruce Daily for November the 28th, 2022. It is now 2:31 p.m. Central Time. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And I want to make sure that you are also thinking about and thankful for something that is easy to miss right now if you don't really pay attention. And that is this. Over the last few weeks, home loan interest rates are down almost, if not a full percent. Okay, so the media is really not talking about the fact that interest rates are dropping dramatically. Imagine how crazy they would go if they were talking about how they'd gone up a percent. Well, we've been hearing that for the last few months or almost a year. Well, interest rates are down almost a full percent because of exactly what we have been talking about. The reports that have been coming out have been basically nailing the expectations of those of what I'm putting out and those that are giving me advice and where I'm getting my information from. And it's not that we want to toot our horn at this moment, but I want you to know that because that should give you confidence in the things that we're projecting for the future. And if you remember, I've been talking about that my personal projection, and I don't have anybody else that has really said this, so this is on me. My projection is that I will be able to offer an interest rate at about 4.875 or lower. I will be in the fours by the 1st of July, that I will be in the fours by the 1st of July on the Brent Bruce Daily. Okay, so we're going to take a look at where we are now, but understand that interest rates have been dramatically dropping because the reports that we've been talking about have been coming in the way that we have been expecting them. So let's take a look and see what's going to happen next this week here. So here is the big news. Let's go over to the charts and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This run here, this great day that we had, was right when we received the report for the Consumer Price Index. We were hoping that we were going to get a report that showed inflation was subsiding, and we did. And look at the run that we've had since, okay? This is great to see. For those of you who are new to the channel, when this report shows these numbers going up, this trend going up, home loan interest rates are going down. This is an inverse chart. So this here shows from this point here all the way up to this point where we are today, basically that home loan interest rates are down almost a full percent. We're down 6 basis points today. Not good, but that's okay. Not a big movement. The 10-year treasury is down 1, which actually is not a big movement, but it's in the right direction for us. So what is coming up here that we want to pay attention to? Big news is coming out on Thursday. The Personal Consumption Expenditure Report is the favorite measure of inflation for the Federal Reserve, even more preferred than the Consumer Price Index. And we just saw the great run that we had with the Consumer Price Index on this day here. Well, we're going to have the Personal Consumption Expenditures Report coming out on December the 1st. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you know that I put together a grid a while ago, and it talked about the numbers that we need to replace in order to show inflation going down. Now, if you haven't seen that, go back and look at some of the previous reports. But I am going to bring that chart up again here in the next day or two, getting ready in anticipation of the release of the personal consumption expenditures, because this could be a huge move, another huge move. And hopefully, if things go well, we will start to see interest rates really start to taper off even further, which is what we need to see happen in order to be on track for the projections that we talked about, that we would see interest rates subside in the first and second quarter, and that we would get below 5%, so in the fours, by July the 1st of this coming year. So where are we right now on our interest rates? Well, let's take a look. So if we go over here to the Brent Bruce Daily scenario, which again is our very well qualified 30-year fixed conventional home loan client, we'll take a look at that scenario in just a moment. We're at 6.375% with 0 points. Matter of fact, with a credit of $695. If we open this up here, we can get to 6.25% for only $821. How about this? We can get to 5.999 for just over a half a point. Okay, so look at how close we are to getting into the high fives right now. We are moving in that direction. And if things go the way we want them to go on the personal consumption expenditure report that's going to be coming out on Thursday, we could very well see us offering 5.999 with no points, or maybe even lower if things go the way we want them to go, as soon as Thursday, Friday, in that time frame. Okay, so big news is coming here at the end of the week. So as I always do, I'm going to show the scenario here. This is the scenario for the Brent Bruce Daily that we are looking at here for compliance purposes. I am going to be monitoring this obviously very closely here this week and giving you updates as we lead up to the release of the Personal Consumption Expenditures report. I think everyone's going to be holding their breath for that report. Stay tuned in the next couple of days where I'll be able to pull up my charts and show the numbers that we need to be replacing in order for things to move in the right direction. Let me know your thoughts, comments. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, please. And I will talk to you again tomorrow.